How do musicians and animators join forces to tell a story together? Today, I'm sitting down with SIAMÉS to talk about the inspirations and nightmares that led us both to making Alone in the Darkness.
I feel like a lot of different people at the studio, just in general, had the thought that we would love to do a music video.
I received an email. It was like, hey, we are this animation studio from the States. Some of us just had the idea that it would be cool to do an animated video for SIAMÉS.
I knew that we had a pick of songs, and I just thought, yeah, we like Alone in the Darkness. We thought that it fit our type of storytelling the best too. You know, we're kind of dark. And we like going for those themes of, again, like working through mental illness, working through those like internal challenges and anxieties. And I think we were all excited about representing that.
There was a mistake that I made when I was showing the songs to Danny. Usually I don't like to show the rough recording because it's just the band playing in the studio and there's no edit, there's no compression or effects of the album. So it was like, okay, I can show you some rough mixing from the recordings and you can try to see if there's a song that you like from it. And I try to show him like 2 or 3 songs that I saw that could be like potentially a good video for the album. And I sent him the full album rough mix. And I didn't realize about it. And then like the next day, Danny said, hey, Coco, this is a song that we want to do. It was Alone. I think I didn't show him Alone. It was like, what happened?
Okay, that's so interesting. Because I actually, Danny didn't tell us about the mix-up. It's really funny to hear that it could have been a completely different song and music video.
You know what? It was just the universe. The song came up to me just one day, like it was something that happens. It was the melody, basically the Alone in the Darkness.
Alone in the darkness, they're coming for you.
That the words came to me, Alone in the Darkness, they're coming for you. So yeah, I think when I was more like a little kid, I used to be afraid of the dark. It's not exactly like being alone, being afraid of being alone, but being alone with your own thoughts. That's like something that I thought about when I was writing the song. Yeah, the thing is, in The Wolf and Mr. Fear, I already wrote about fear or anxiety or depression in some kind of way that I needed something else to say, like not like we did before. It's not just representing something that everybody knows that we understand, but trying to say something different at the end. And it's because we have a lot of changes in the team and in the band. And we changed the audio producer, one of our singers, we changed the way that we record, and then we changed the animation studio as well. And for me, it was super challenging because it's not like, okay, let's try to sound the same, but with a little of difference. No, we're trying to do something different, but trying not to miss our soul and what everybody loves from us.
When I was listening and doing the initial scripting of the song, like the rap really struck me as something that's very different from the previous music, and that I really like it.
Exactly. The rap part is the first rap for us, and Barbie did a really great job singing that part. Actually, in the studio was the last part that was written for the song. I used a couple of phrases from The Wolf, like the run and hide, or some of the other parts from Mr. Fear. The first step for going out of your head or trying to overcome your inner demons or your fears is to realize of what is going on, right? So that's why I saw that maybe it's like you said, at the end it could be something more conclusive.
And it feels like that moment of fighting back, and I knew that I had to put, the climax and the conclusion of the story like in that bit.
There's no one to call when I'm all alone. Starts a fever in me that I can't control. I try to run and hide, but I lost my mind. Maybe I gotta fight the fear inside.
Yeah, that's something that came to me out of nowhere as well. I never tried to write something in the rap way, even though it's way far away from Eminem or some real deal like that. We've been listening to Noga Eres. She's a fantastic singer and songwriter and performer. She does a really good job with rap, because it's like kind of a different kind of wave in rapping. And that's what we try to do at the end part. It's like we're not trying to rap like Eminem or the like traditional hip hop. We're just trying to go something different. And she was the inspiration behind that.
You know, one of the earlier scripts had featured like a woman and her story through very specific struggles in her life. And then we were going to pivot completely to, can we do something from more the audience's point of view? I mean, initially there was even talk of making the entire video from first person perspective. But I mean, very quickly, as soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, I think people are going to be motion sick if they watch that the whole way through. So
Yeah, true.
how to strategically cut between putting people in that first person point of view and then sometimes getting that creepier third person perspective of like being almost like a crow on a building watching people from afar. And I like a lot how putting those two together turned out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
Like a story, as from like the storyboard artist perspective, like that was the most fun challenge, was like, okay, I need these moments to line up with certain parts of the song.
I know they will try to catch me too.
When the lyrics, like when the performance of the lyric would like stretch out longer, I would try to line up a camera move with that. So when the character's like drowning and we push into their eye with the swirling doors, I wanted that to line up perfectly with the "they'll never ever leave me alone."
That's awesome, because that's exactly the same that I was thinking when I was writing the songs.
I don't need to process what I have to confess. They'll never ever leave me alone.
All that kind of stuff was really cool to do. That was really fun. Like one of my favorite bits was when first like the demon picks up the needle in the bedroom and then the main character runs for the door. There's like a moment of stillness in the hallway where like nothing is happening on the dun 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 dun, and it's like, and on the last boom is when the demon like breaks through the door.
Actually, when Danny sent me like it turns like it became the cover art for the single. But at first, I think it was on the credits. It was this image where the main character is walking down and they have the shadows. He has the shadows all over him. I saw like, this is Hitchcock influence. I just love it.
Yes, it was on purpose.
We realized we ourselves are talking about fears and dealing with mental health. So that's basically people saying to us like give us an answer, or try to help us instead of making us more afraid of what is going on.
I'm happy where it ended up with the theater and the idea of performance, right? Like the anxiety of dancing for the demons and then making the demons dance for you.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, we are really happy and grateful about it. And I think the people, the fandom, the SIAMÉS fandom is enjoying it really well. Both of us, like the studio and the band, work this song really like for the fandom. This is what SIAMÉS represents to all of you. So it means a lot to us as well that the studio understood so well. I mean, I think that's a great outcome.
I couldn't say it better. I feel like that wraps up the spirit of the collaboration of we both got to step out and do something kind of new together, but also again, like paying respects to everything you've done before.
I loved getting to talk with Coco today and learning more about the origins of the song that started it all. And we'll be sharing more about the behind the scenes of bringing a music video to life. So stay tuned.